Also meine Gruppe scheint da kein Probleme damit zu haben. So, also wir holen uns erstmal das Level up für meine Figuren. So, wir werden ein bisschen verstanden. Ja, jetzt habe ich mich, ja, okay, lassen wir das mal. Ja, dadurch, dass wir die Gaunereien brauchen, können wir da ein bisschen skillen. Da jetzt auch endlich mal die Barriere auf 1 setzen, damit wir hier Schlösser knacken und Ding probieren können. So, also wir haben hier bei einem Krieger natürlich Konstitution und Stärke, das ist klar, das macht ja keinen Schaden. Wir lassen den Zweigen da skillen und wir haben, da ja unser Hauptding ist und oft mit uns für uns redet, so. Sie hat hauptsächlich Intelligenz und Finesse. Da bleiben wir natürlich. Als Jäger kann man es natürlich als Jäger noch skillen. Und sie hat, glaube ich, sie ist tauschen und sie hat die Lehrmeister. Weil wir werden sie ja tauschen lassen, weil sie ist ja unsere Gruppenhändlerin. Genau, und er hat halt auch den Lehrmeister für die was haben wir da mit ihm hauptsächlich? Genau, der Beschwörer. Hochskillen, das wäre wichtig. Und auch er hat ja Intelligenz und Kondition. Gut. Gruppenleveln mal erledigt. Und jetzt gehen wir leichten Flittern. Mal gucken, was wir so alles finden bei den White Wokens. Ich glaube halt nicht viel. Wir haben so ein bisschen, ja, wir haben viel Gulasch draus gemacht. Also wir haben viel. Wir hatten viel Gulasch. Die Frage ist, ich kann keinen Regen machen gerade. Ne? Sondern nur Sachen teleportieren. So. Die drei am besten weit auseinander, damit nichts mehr rübernehmen kann. So. Durch das Gift kommt nur mein Charakter. Schade, das heißt, ich werde mal mit meinen durchgehen. Ja, warum das auch immer gerade nicht funktioniert hat. Ja, weil ich wieder mal nicht auf meinen gelockt war. Aber egal. Damit kommen mal alle. Und auch der letzte. Komm rüber. So. Jetzt müsste die komplette Gruppe da sein und wir können anläuten.
No sooner have you rung the ornate bell than the face of a lizard woman surfaces from behind a rock up on the ledge before you. Her stare is as sharp as the bolt eyeing you from atop her crossbow.
Stand back, kinsman, and keep your hands off your weapons. Convince me you're no magister or draw one last deep breath.
Okay. Die ist ziemlich hart.
Her eyes go wide with delight upon your mentioning Han.
May the goddess keep you for saving that little Lionheart. Young
Oh.
Han told me the story of his rescue. Oh, you are most welcome indeed.
With one graceful motion, the lizard throws down a tangled mess of vines for you to climb.
Come, ascend to the sanctuary of Amadia. You'll find you're not the only guest here, but the Great Mother provides for all.
Okay, wir haben Amadia, also wir haben die Ding gefunden, die Gruppe der Rebellen.
Be welcome to this sanctuary. Amadia's eye in the storm.
The Red Prince interrupts as you're about to speak.
Ja, bitte?
This woman is a dreamer. I can see the answers spinning in her eyes. Do rest your legs for a bit while I question her. You're too kind.
Okay, dann.
Red Prince and the Dreamer exchange courteous pleasantries, as if they're finding themselves in a palace hall instead of a death-ridden swamp. She introduces herself as Bahara. To your surprise, they next lie down on the ground in a seemingly warm embrace and fall asleep. What follows, though, is far from peaceful. They claw and thrash as if struggling for dear life, caught in the hold of some hideous nightmare. Then they wake, haggard, exhausted. They speak of a vision, Brahmos, and another red lizard.
Okay.
Praise the daylight. I am now. There was death in that dream, chasing me like 100 hungry lions. But at least I've new directions. When we escape and find ourselves on the mainland once more, I must search for Brahmos the Wanderer. Then I will finally know the truth, the very secret of my soul.
Okay, also. Der rote Prinz.
You are fortunate to have found this place. The hollow marshes swallow life and regurgitate only the dead. The guests, they call themselves Seekers. They're brave people and friends to sorcerers. But you'll find them a battered band here today, brought low by bloody battle.
Okay.
Magisters, of course. Who else?
Weiter.
The Seekers came here to rescue a sorcerer from the fort. They failed, many fell. They've heard the shriekers shriek. I thank the goddess I'm not haunted by their sound. Have you never heard of them? From
Nein?
the tales they tell of Brachus Rex. They were living weapons, made of flesh and reared in torture. The pain they endured was so terrible, their screams turned to solid lightning.
Au!
Turns out the tales are true. The Magisters dug deep and returned these horrors to the surface.
Na dann, sind wir froh, dass wir das nicht erleben. Zumindest nicht mit unserem
To
Charakter.
know one's fate is to be fearless. I reside in Amadia's palm. I am hers to shield or hers to crush, and in that knowledge I am content. They knew him to be God-woken. They sought to kindle the divinity slumbering deep within his soul. But Alexander bears no rivals. Only the son can follow the father, or so he is convinced. For him, divinity. For the others, the dungeons. It is truly harrowing to know this man seeks to be the Seven's chosen.
Okay.
As you wish. My name is Bahara. Like you, I am a sorcerer. But
Okay.
unlike you, I am also a faithful servant of Amadia. Praise be her name, and praise be her starlit eyes. Commendable. And yet she is the most mysterious of the seven. Despite your perusals, no doubt that tome taught you little. So, Amadia is the Great Mother.
Okay.
She is the goddess in whose womb magic was conceived, from whose sacred body immortal wizards were born. Gratiana, her priestess in this sanctuary, is teaching me her ways. For several years now, I've been her disciple, but she has resided here for centuries, sustained by Amadia's love. I was like you once, a lost soul driven by instinct from the bowels of Fort Joy. There have been others. They tried to make it back to the mainland, but were never heard of again. I chose to stay. My home is here now. This is where I found solace, found sanctuary. I found the Great Mother and have been nurtured by her magic ever since.
Nach dem Mangel mal fragen, was...
It is the laboratory of a lunatic. A place removed from mercy and sanity where mad Brachus Rex would experiment to his dark heart's content. There are ruins in the marshes. Stonework vultures but his is not a treasure of gold, ruby and sapphire.
Okay, mach weiter.
It is a treasure of death. Weapons and vile The nights here are long and lonely. But I often listen to my mistress Gratiana speak of days long gone. The heydays of Brachus Rex. Perhaps she will tell you her tales as well.
So, wir haben ein bisschen was über den Widerstand erfahren, was auch nicht so schlecht ist. Und wir werden ihn jetzt auch betreten und werden auch gleich eine Sache machen, die wir auf jeden Fall so wichtig ist, nämlich wir werden...
Claude? Claude? Can you hear me?
You're certain it was Verdus?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
You tried your best, Han. I'm glad...
You're alive! Wasn't sure you would be. Samadel, this is the one I told you about.
The dishevelled lizard eyes you with hope, though her hope is tinged with mistrust.
Han tells me you helped him out of Fort Joy. For that, you have my thanks.
We helped each other. That's what sorcerers need to do nowadays.
Can I ask if... Did you happen to meet a man named Gareth on your way here?
Nein, leider nicht.
He'll be back, Samadel. I know he will. He has to.
He has to, indeed. We need our leader. And if he doesn't return with help soon, we haven't a hope. You're kind to offer. But you'd best talk to Gareth's squire, Exeter. He'll know where your talents can be most used.
Okay.
Now, Han, let's take a look at your nasty leg injury.
Catch you later, Skipper. It's good you're here.
Okay.
Claude? Claude? Can you hear me? Please, Amalia.
Da hinten ist nämlich Amalia, also die Statue.
Rest your behead.
Amidst the placid little pond, the face of a goddess lies half submerged. Rivulets stream from her deep-set eyes. Like endless cascades of sunlit, you feel peaceful in her presence, soothed somehow by an intangible comfort. As you gaze upon her loving face, you find yourself drawn into a trance-like state. A voice seems to reach you from within your mind and from the furthest reaches of the stars. Its whispers caress you like a breeze. The voice grows stronger, like a breeze picking up. What were whispers become words.
My children, my children. Gone are my children. Dead are they in the cradle I have ruled.
A feeling of indescribable sadness assails you. It feels like your heart merges with the spirits, torn together by a cord.
My child, weep with me for the mother who has lost. Weep with me and bathe in the tears of Amadia.
If you had tears, they'd mingle with those of the goddess down in the tranquil crystalline pond.
You, my child, I bless you.
You feel yourself shine with an inner light, rejuvenated and pure, as if born anew.
Oh, ich wurde gerade gesegnet. Nice. Very nice. So. Aber es ist jetzt Zeit, wir haben einen neuen Ort entdeckt und wir stehen uns mal wieder
Now
umzusehen.
don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe.
A dwarf stands by a young woman. He seems intensely focused on her, whispering and singing softly in her ear. She's
Blood and bone, fire and smoke, death and worse.
Hush now, Leia. They'll not hurt you again. You're safe now. Once Gareth gets back, we're going home. You'll see. It'll be...
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers. The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice, gripping the woman's arm for a moment before he relaxes.
Okay.
New faces. Hope you aren't bushwhacked by the Magisters too. This one's seen a lot today. She were in the middle of it all when the Magisters unleashed their shriekers.
Howling dogs and men. Friends silently screaming through stitched mouths.
He puts his arm around her as she starts to sob.
She's delicate at the best of times. I asked Simone for something to help her relax, but Gareth's the only one who truly keeps her calm. If we didn't need her to remove Urda's collar, she'd be safe somewhere far from here. And now the rescue's scuppered. It were all for nothing. We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy, shiny collars and all. Gareth and the Seekers ambushed the caravan and freed us, saved every one of us from that hell. But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers, and all we can do is sit here, thinking about the Godwoken we didn't save.
From fragments to whole. From their past to our future. From their hope to ours.
She ain't detailed, but she ain't wrong. Someone to replace Lucian and push back them Voidwoken. Someone to restore order and protect the source. I'd speak to Exeter. There's ways.
Barking dogs in wolves' clothing.
Oh,
Teeth in the sick.
Aye, there's enough of them
mein
about.
Gott, no.
But don't you worry none. Gareth will be back soon. Then we'll be home in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy. Shiny collars and all. But now he's...
The dwarf starts...
So, das Gespräch hatten wir schon bis zum gewissen Grad. Weitergehen. So.
A young man in oversized armor paces around a table covered with a spread of mats. His face a tight...
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it! What good are battle tactics against those things anyway?
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar face.
Okay.
Who the blazes are you? A sorcerer, indeed. I should have realized. A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one.
The young man anxiously fidgets with his curved bow. You've found a matter close to his heart, evidently.
Ja.
That's easier said than done, I'm afraid. Much easier said. The Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called shriekers. If we try to go against them unprepared, we're dead. We've lost many already. There's weapons, ancient devices that can counter those things. Our leader, Sir Gareth, set out to find them so we could break the Magister blockade and escape this island. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave. You'll help us?
Ja, natürlich
His shoulders visibly relax, the weighty armor upon them settling with a clink.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, I promise, we'll get you as far away from this place as possible. Please, ask. Whatever helps.
Okay, also fragen wir ihn nicht viel, da ich das Ganze schon mal gespielt habe und ich mich eigentlich schon vom Chaos kenne. Ja. Hallo meine lieben Freunde, das war's von Divinity 2 Original Sin. Jetzt habe ich den Titel verdreht. Wurscht, ihr wisst ja, was ich meine. Und zwar wie immer unten in der Videobeschreibung der Link zum Lieben mit als Online-Let's Play und natürlich auch der Link zu all meinen laufenden Let's Plays. Und natürlich auch, ja, Daumen, Abo und Glocke würden mich natürlich freuen. Und ich verbleibe also Gaming Dragon mit einem heißen Fario für diesen Part.